Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally getting around to how I edit my photos and my thumbnails. I wanted to film this video for so long. I get so many requests, so many DMs about how I edit my pictures and everything, and I want to film it. I want to show you guys what I do, how I like to edit. But the reason this took so long is because I kind of need two phones to film and edit, because I need one to show you guys how I edit, one to film. Anyways, we're here now, and yeah, I'm super excited. So if you guys are interested, just keep on watching. I think I need to scoot over so I can have the screen recording on the other side. Okay, so first off, I use Lightroom to edit. I think that is my favorite way to edit. I used VSCO a couple times and never really found like my edit that I really liked. So I started using Lightroom. I think a lot of other YouTubers and vloggers and people like that use Lightroom as well. So as you can see, I have a lot of pictures imported into my Lightroom. So basically, if I'm trying to take pictures for Instagram or a thumbnail, for Instagram, I'll go ahead and take, 40 pictures, and of those 40, I'll go back and like favorite the ones, favorite the ones that are my favorites, and then I'll import those into Lightroom, edit those, and from the edits, I'll figure out which ones are my favorite. So that's how I kind of do those. For thumbnails, I'll record myself doing like a whole bunch of different poses, stuff like, this is me attempting to do poses, but I'll just kind of smile, turn my body, kind of stuff like that, and then screenshot those and import those. So I'm gonna do both my Instagram pictures and a thumbnail. So if you guys are just here for one, I'll put up the time codes so you guys can just go straight to the Instagram pictures or the thumbnails. First, we're gonna start off with Instagram pictures. So these are some that I posted recently. I feel like these ones give off the vibe that I go for when I post Instagram pictures. So I like very white photos. I don't like a lot of yellow and stuff like that. I'll actually go to my Instagram and show you guys my feed. So as you can see, this is like where I started caring about my feed, is probably like here. So that's why I edit my pictures, is very white, very tan, stuff like that. Oh, I'm wearing this shirt right now, that's funny. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys how I edit this picture. So basically, if I go back to import, so I'm gonna reset. So this is what the photo looked like in the beginning. Presets wise, I've purchased one pack and it was like $6, and it was like Aspen Ovard presets, and I'm honestly not thrilled with them. I came up with my own edit a while ago, and that's the one I basically use. So Aspen Ovard 1, Aspen Ovard 2, and Aspen Ovard 3 are the three that I bought, and I don't know, they just don't do it for me. I'm not really a fan. They do take a little bit like maneuvering when you apply it to your own picture. So the one I created is called Aspen, and I basically, like, if you search up on YouTube like aesthetic filters and stuff like that, it'll teach you how to like make an aesthetic filter. So that's what I did for this one. And I called it Aspen because the video I watched, it was basically like an Aspen Ovard filter, but without paying like $60 for a whole pack. So that's the one I normally use, or I'll use this YouTube one, which is one I also came up with. This is one I just kind of edit. I liked it, so I saved it. So for this one, I used Aspen because it gave more warmth through my photo. So as you can see, this is the before, this is the after. So what I like to do is I first come to color, and I'll adjust the temperature, because as you can see, the warmer I make it, the more orange it gets. So I'll bring that down a little bit just for this picture, and then I go into color and I drag the yellow all the way down. I do not like any yellow in my picture. And I bring the luminous all the way up. So that makes anything that's yellow look really white. So that's my first step, and I think already it looks a lot better. I'll come to the orange and kind of fix my skin a little bit. So either I make myself warmer and stuff like that. So I think that one looks good. I'll check all the other ones. I don't normally touch anything else. If there is green, I don't like green either, so I'll fix that, but there's no green in this picture. So that's all I do for color mix, and then I'll come back here and I'll go to light. I think the exposure looks good, the contrast. The highlights I sometimes play with, I think the less the better, because it makes you look, I don't know, it just brings down your whites a little bit. So as you can see, this is like normal, and this is with none. So I think this one I'm gonna keep none. And then shadows, the here feels about right. And then whites I keep all the way down because they're the same thing as like highlights. I think it just makes it a little bit more matte. And then blacks, I'll keep about right there. So as you can see, I think that's a huge difference. I love the way my pictures look. Everyone has their own type of editing style, but that's basically all I do. And then I don't really touch anything else. Oh, this preset I set with grain, but I found out that I don't really like grain that much. I don't know. I just don't like what it does to my pictures. So I don't do any green. I have that set to 0. But that is about it. Here's the before and this is the after. Huge difference. Highly recommend. I love this. If you guys want to copy this edit, feel free to like pause and screenshot, and you guys can copy all of these edits and put it into your own Lightroom. I've thought about selling my presets, but I don't know. Would you guys be interested in that? Comment down below. That is how I edit for my Instagram pictures. Then I'll just come back to all of my other ones, and I basically come up here to copy settings, and I just hit the check mark, and then you just kind of go through and just paste all the settings, and it'll just create the same. That way you don't have to edit individually, and I think it makes it a lot faster. So that is what I do for those. Now if we're going to do a thumbnail, I use, how many apps do I use? I can use 3. I normally just use 2 though. So I use Lightroom and I use Phonto and I sometimes use Enlight. So for my thumbnails, I pretty much do the same thing. I just kind of edit it. So here's the before and here's the after. I think I use the same preset for this one and just kind of edited it. Edited it. That. So then I'll export this picture and I'll come into Phonto. So how I do this is I measure out the dimensions for a YouTube thumbnail. So I'll do plain images. You can pick the black or the white one, but since my background's black, it makes more sense for it to be white, if that makes sense. You're not gonna see it anyway. And the dimensions are 1280 by 720. Then you hit use, and then you come over here to these 3 bars and you're gonna hit add image, picture that you want. Actually, I think that's already the edited one. So you just come through here, find the photo you want, hit done, and then it imports it here. You hit the size and you basically make it as big as you can and just try to cover up the white portion. And then you hit the export button and you hit save as PNG. Then you're gonna come back here, go to photo albums and upload this. So you can see it already cropped it. So now I just hit done. This is where you add text, which is what I like for a thumbnail. So maybe it's day in the life. And I put that over here. I basically only use around 2 fonts for this as well. I'll use this one that's starred. I don't even know how to say that. And then I also use this one, the bargain demo. That's just like a fun little cursive one that I like to use. I also sometimes use keep on truckin'. That's a really popular one. So those are the ones I use. So I come here, I go to style. I like white text with black background. So I go, or not background, like an outline, I guess. So I come to stroke, I hit black, and then I change the width to make it a little bit thicker. So I normally do about like a 6 or a 7. And then I go to style up here at the top and I hit the second to last one. And then I come to spacing because I like my letters spaced out a little bit and just spread them out like that. And that's basically all I do for text. I'm gonna say Outer Banks. I'll come here and do this one and hit done. I'll bring this underneath here, change the size, make it a little bit bigger. Style, do the same thing. Style here. Actually for the cursive, I don't really like the background for it, like the shadow, so I just kind of leave it like that and spread this out. That's pretty much how I do that. And then I hit export, save as PNG, like that. And then the last app I would use is Enlight. And this is basically how I edit like and add pictures to it. So you import this and then you go to tools, mixer, and then I don't know if I have something that I could edit. Okay, so say I'm editing for a JMU video, I would come here and just look up like JMU mascot, and I typically use this one, so I just hold it down and add to photo. So I come back and then you hit this, you come back to tools, and then you hit erase. And what I like about this app is that you don't have to be too careful because it only takes out the white. So as you can see, I kind of took some off the top, so I just go back to add and add that back and then erase the white. Okay, so once that's done, you come back here and you basically can move it. And clearly this is not a real thumbnail because I'm not gonna post a Duke dog with this. And I already uploaded this video. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it up in the cards as well as the description. But you just put this where you want to, and then you hit this little arrow and it sets it there. So now this is one picture, so now you can just hit the check mark and you can export and save photo. I'm not gonna save it because I don't need it. That is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been wanting to make this for so long. I'm so glad I finally got around to doing so. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you use to edit. If it's Lightroom, VSCO, any other app that I'm not aware of. I thoroughly enjoy editing pictures, as you can tell. I hope it helped you in some way. I hope you learned something, and I think that is gonna be everything. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little notification bell to get notified every time I upload. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Kitty Blevins with 2 S's. I will be down below in the description. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.